Having a plan for employee development is essential within every organisation. Now, one of the quickest ways of doing this is with a skills matrix. Now, whether that's on a board, or whether it's in Excel, or whether it's in an enterprise solution like Ability 6. It's quite an easy process, and it removes that risk of relying on gut feel for who is capable at what. It also highlights the opportunities within the organisation to develop people and provide a roadmap. So we conducted, Ability 6 conducted research with over 100,000 professionals since 2015, asking them specific questions around the problem statement of employee development. And what we found were some common trends. So these common trends were, what is the current capability of team members within the team, within the organisation? What skills are required, and a growing trend in terms of what are desired, which skills need to be developed, but critically in what priority they need to be developed. How do we measure proficiency consistently whilst also removing any ambiguity? So any team leader assessing an individual would rate them the same. How do we make skills more visible and to the entire team? Now, when I say entire team, it's important that skills development, I feel, is owned by the team and not just a team leader or a coach. How do we set and collectively communicate and agree training objectives within a team? This actually came out prior to COVID, but it's a growing trend. How do we view team capability whilst working from home? So when teams are disbanded, how do we maintain that view of current capability? How do we understand the net impact of capacity when we improve capability? So as we improve capability, we should see an improvement in efficiency, which has a positive impact on capacity. And then ultimately, how do we retain talented individuals? So I'm going to introduce you to one very simple solution in this video. And that is the Excel version of the skills matrix. So anyone can download this at skillsmatrixtemplate.com. But ultimately, the skills matrix needs to consider a few key aspects. So team member names, the processes or skill, a proficiency rating per skill per person, and then ideally a target proficiency rating per person. So we know what the baseline of capability is, but what is the future state of the team look like? What is the desired state? The report ultimately needs to be interpreted as a heat map within 5 seconds from 5 feet. You as a team leader need to have confidence that you can read that skills matrix and identify where there are areas of strength and where there are areas with the greatest opportunity to improve. It needs to include a clear and very unambiguous view of current capability, but also set out your plan for future capability. Not only does this evidence that you're in control of training and development within the team, but it's also a sign of respect to each member that they have had the dedicated time and the roadmap for their own personal development. So I will jump into the spreadsheet, but I'll give you an overview, high level, of what the spreadsheet consists of. So this is the best solution. Now, when I say it's the best solution for a single team of 20 or up to 20 people, up to 20 core processes. This is what the empty skills matrix looks like. Now, don't worry that you can't see it in too much detail. We're going to go into it in a second. But it's broken down as follows. You have your processes, tasks, or competencies at the top. You have your team members along the left-hand side. In the center of the matrix is your heat map. So that's your current and future skills ratings between X, 1, 2, 3, and 4. At the bottom, you have your process or skill analytics, which is all fully automated. To the right-hand side, you have your employee analytics. Again, that's all fully automated. And then at the top, you have a high-level overview of how the team is performing from a training and development perspective. The latest version of this specific matrix, which again is available at skillsmatrixtemplate.com, also provides an automated view at an individual level. So what we see here is we have a capability summary score, we have a detailed development roadmap, we have a current and target capability spider chart, and then we have notes that the team leader and the team member can annotate. You can also print these, and they're very easy to assign to individuals and put in their PDP or their performance pack. But in terms of being an employee, looking at this and knowing, okay, these are all of the skills, this is my current level of capability, this is where I need to get to, this is my time frame, my time window, is a very powerful thing, I think, to have. And then obviously this within A3 or on a TV board, again, it helps to create that ownership of team development at the team level, not just the team manager. So if we jump into an empty matrix, for example. So when you download your file, this is what it looks like. Now, most of the fields are automated. You put your team name in, so let's call it the bank teller team, your name, and you'll see that this changes the title of the document. And then you start to pre-populate team members, their job title, so whatever that may be. And then you start to annotate the specific skills or competencies that exist in that team in order to deliver the service or product proposition. So we're going to keep this really simple and call it team process 1. Now, as we're adding these, we can see there are a few fields that we need to fill out. So that target date has already elapsed. So let's just change that to 1st of December, which means we've got 36 days to meet our target, whatever our target is. If Alex, in this example, me, Alex Smith, team leader, I could be level 2 in team process 1. I can define a target of reaching level 3. Now, you do this for each individual in each process until you have something akin to a completed version, which in Blue Peter style I have prepared earlier for you. So what we see here is we see all of your team members along the left hand side, their job title. You see all of the processes, so cash handling, customer services, whatever is applicable to your sector and your industry. And then what we see is we start to see analytics in relation to the data, the raw data that's input. So if we look down first, and we have a count of capable staff. So when we're saying capable, they're level 3 or above. So we can see that in the cash handling process, there are 10 people that are at a capable level or above. We can start to set manual targets in terms of assigning targets here, which automatically apply within the analytics at the bottom. And then we can start to see our gap. So we need to fill 4 people. We need to get 4 people up to a capable level so that we're at our threshold of a minimum of 14 people that are capable in that process. The same exists for all other processes. For team members, we also have the analytics available to us. So if we have a look at the top line, Olivia Smith, team manager. Olivia is very capable. She's capable in 20 of the 20 processes or competencies. We can see, now when we say capable, we mean level 3 or above. So there are still elements there where she is level 3 and is yet to reach level 4. If we look down, we can see that there are some people that are exempt from skills. So these are, in this example, training and development, team management, which may be limited to those individuals that are within those roles within the team. Now, where we're using X, it exempts them from the score. So in theory, if an individual gains a capable level, 3 or 4 in everything other than the X, they can still achieve 100%. So it's fair versus the expectation of them within their role and their remuneration. At the top of the chart, what we have here is we have a current versus capable level. So that's just current versus target, future state. And then we also have a summary of that here within the speedo. So we can see that currently we're in the broadening capability within this fictitious team, and we're heading into broad expertise. But what's powerful, I think, with this version is that all of this data that you enter on this screen, the majority of it is automated other than the scores, names and processes. But what's now also automated is the individual training plan. So if we go to any of these numbers here, or we click on the link next to each individual's name, what we also see is an outline, an individual roadmap. summary for each individual. So we can see here the count of capability, so they're capable in 10 of the 20 tasks. They need to be capable in 17 of the 20. The gap, therefore, is 7. Their current capability score is 65.3%. Their target score is 85.5. And then as we scroll down, we can start to put sort of the meat on the bones really here in terms of, well, what is the specific skill? What is the current level? What is the future level or the target level? And then that is reflected within the spider diagram. If we scroll down further, we can have notes. Now, obviously, this is, as I say, entirely fictitious, but this would be specific in relation to the period in which you're wanting to develop the individual. And then if each individual has a clear roadmap of where they need to develop their skills, it creates ownership for all of the individuals within the team. So this is an intentionally short video, and I could talk for some time around this, but I'm going to leave the link in the post. I'm also going to leave a link to a more detailed explanation of the skills matrix, this one specifically if you're wanting to watch it on YouTube. If you are a team manager or a department manager managing multiple teams, this probably isn't the solution. You'd need to head over to ability6.com and use the enterprise solution there, which is geared more for larger organizations. But if you're a team leader or a team manager of an individual team or a business owner, this is absolutely ideal for taking ownership and accountability and showing respect to the individuals within your team that you're wanting to develop them. So I'm hoping you found this useful. If not, tell me why not in the comments. But if you do find it useful, also tell me. Okay, thanks very much.